Hi there, Clara Chenevert, the Stepmom Coach. Just wanted to come to you today with another Stepmom Wisdom tip. And today I want to talk about before you engage in an argument. Now, arguments are part of relationship. Everybody's going to have an argument. You're going to have no matter how great of a relationship you have, you're going to have an argument. In fact, I would say that if you never argue, I would be a little concerned because that means you're not connecting, you're not coming together, and you're having issues. And as I can see, I'm having issues with my internet. Anyways, so what I want to encourage you is that you're going to have an argument. If you're going to have an argument, do it prepared. And think about what it is the argument is about. So let's say you're having an argument with your spouse, your husband, your wife, your partner. You're arguing about the kids. You know, how the kids are doing. You're arguing over discipline, over parental custody. You're having an argument. The first thing to do is to ask yourself what's going on. You know, am I arguing about something that is bothering me? Am I arguing about something that is an issue for both of us over an agreement that was broken? Are you arguing because you feel like you're being invaded in your space? Think about what the real argument is about, because oftentimes what we argue about isn't really the real issue. The other thing is, ask yourself, why am I so upset? What is happening to me that is making me feel like I need to defend myself? So for example, if you're arguing over the stepkids, it could be about feeling that you're not being respected, feeling as if you're being invaded around your space. So define the reason for that argument or the reason of you being upset. And it'll help to understand the context, at least to have that argument. Keep that argument where it's supposed to be. And what I mean by that is because sometimes we're having an argument and we're bringing in all kinds of issues from the past, bringing in the kitchen sink. Now, if you're going to have an argument, stick to the one issue that's going on. Don't bring in all kinds of other things, because then your point will never get across. The other thing is to ask yourself, what do you want to get out of this argument? Are you arguing to prove a point? Are you arguing to make sure that you want to win, to show the other person, hey, I know what's the right way of doing this, I'm going to show you? Or are you arguing because you want to make sure that the agreement you've had in the past about whatever topic, or about whatever is happening, stays true? For example, if you're arguing over the stepkids or the kids doing their chores and you both agreed that they should be doing it, but then your partner or your spouse is saying, oh, I don't want them to do it, it's too much of a hassle, then it feels like you're breaking a commitment that you both agreed on. And so you want to defend that. You want to say, hey, listen, let's come together. We had this conversation before. I want us to, come and clarify this. So what is it you want out of this argument? To find a solution, to come together, to create, to come on terms of what's the right thing to do. Do I know what's unacceptable? So for example, if you're arguing there's rules of engagement in an argument, correct? And so define, or at least be sure, what those rules of engagement, what is acceptable to both of you within this argument. For example, definitely no physical contact of whatever. That should be unacceptable for anybody. Like, that should be hands down like a deal breaker at any time. Name calling is also unacceptable because then you lack respect for one another. And the thing is, it just escalates. Arguing is a part of trying to bring together, to find a common solution to a problem. Now, let me go and share that, when you're not arguing, let's say you decide you don't want to argue. What will happen over time is resentment builds. You're going to be angry internally, your resentment will build, and you're just going to say, no, this person doesn't matter enough to me for me to engage in an argument with them. And then what happens is you both go each your own way. I've seen this happen many times where couples will say to me, we never argue, but then they're not close either because they live separate lives. They live lives based on their own styles of interaction, but they don't come together. So arguing is not a bad thing when it's done properly. And finally, ask yourself, what is really important in this situation? Is the relationship important, or is it really that the kids do the chores, or that everything is done the way you want them to be done? So ask yourself, what is the real thing that I want to get out of this? What is it that I want to achieve at the end of this conversation of our conflict? And then lastly, ask yourself, is this something that I could just let go and not be feeling as if I am being, taken advantage of? Or if you let it go, is it something that you actually are going to let go and not have to, bring over and over in the future because of things that are, making you feel as if you're not being heard, you're not being respected. So if you decide to let it go because it's not that important to you anymore. It's not worth, having the conflict or negotiating or arguing over. So one of the things to understand is that arguing and arguments in conflict are not bad on themselves. The way you argue, the reasons for the argument is where you have issues. But arguing in itself is not a bad thing and can actually help you create or find some solutions to your problems. It'll actually help you to find ways to, bring new solutions, creative solutions to issues that are there. So if you enjoyed this, let me know. I'd love to hear you. Comment below. You can also share it with other people who might be interested in this. And if you want to continue having notifications and follow me in other videos that I'll be sharing, just make sure to hit the follow button or hit the notification. So I hope you enjoyed this and look forward to hearing from you. Have a great day.